It's 7 weeks since D-Day. To break out of Normandy, we're pushing inland to secure Marigny. That's how we'll control the roadways and plow across France to Paris. Liberation's coming soon.
All right, first platoon, we're rolling out. Let's go! Let's go!
Hey. You know, a wound like this takes 8 weeks to heal.
I'm ready, Sergeant. You've got my word.
Oh, your word, huh? That don't mean shit to me. So you're good, huh?
I'm just fine and dandy, sir.
You got guts, Private. I just don't want to see them.
Tanks rolling! Hang on tight, boys. It's gonna get rough. What else is new? I think Pearson likes you.
Like a lion likes a steak.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looks like you're holding up all right.
Yeah, how about yourself?
I couldn't let you guys have all the fun.
Fun's not allowed under Pearson. You know why he's always writing you? Kasserine Pass.
Lost my best friends there.
Yeah, earned him an Article 15 and a demotion. He had to be a hard ass, and his men paid the price. Mission was FUBAR, a massacre. Nazis had no mercy. Hell, we only survived because they didn't have time to seal the western exit. Almost lost everything thanks to that son of a bitch. But Turner still ain't over it. Matter of fact, he was the one who wrote him up. Pearson figures if he makes you a model platoon, he'll get it scrubbed.
Only we're doing the scrubbing.
Yeah, now you're getting it. It's why he's never gonna give up. He'd kill to have it removed.
Hey, you know what I'd kill for? Some decent grub.
You just had supper.
Hey, shit on a shingle doesn't count.
Hey, how about barbecue, eh?
They never stood a chance.
I'm guessing no to the open casket.
Yeah, that's somebody's son.
Nah, it's a crowd.
Daniels is right. They're not all bad.
They did give us Kepler, Mozart.
All right, college.
Marlena Dietrich.
See, that's more like it.
Don't forget about their inventions. You got the printing press, electron microscope.
Frankfurters.
You guys are killing me.
You guys hear that?
It's headed this way. Stukas, inbound. Mierda! Clear the tanks! Enemy tank! Get off the road! We'll circle around! Move! We have to protect our Shermans. That's flak fire in the distance.
And once you get to this objective here, the rally on Turner, and reach the AA gun, just be careful. As soon as you make it around that wall, there's a few guys there already in position, and they're going to start firing as soon as they see you. So watch out for that. And then again, remember, look up. There's going to be some fire coming out from the barn or whatever the hell that structure is up top. I want to say he's going to be more towards the middle. I don't know if he's a sniper or what, but there's going to be a few guys in there. And they're going to be a lot more fun the closer you get to that building. So again, make sure you look up and stay close to your team. That way you can follow their fire and see where they're firing.
Forces on the move!
Now, once you get to this little window to try to get into that building, the guys are just pouring out of the place. So again, look up. You're going to see some guys on the second level. Like, you'll see all the guys on the bottom level. That's going to be obvious, and they're going to be firing like crazy. But watch out for the guys on the second level, because they're not going to group up like the guys on the bottom levels. They kind of just trickle down in like groups of 2. So you'll knock off a couple, and then you'll see a few more guys show up. As you can see here, I thought they already came down, and that's who I was shooting at. And there's still a couple of guys up there. They're going to be, it's probably the same guys who were shooting at you when you first came around the bend. So again, take a look up and make it through this part here. This is one of those parts that's a little bit difficult, but if you take your time, you'll be able to get through here. See, look up. And of course there are guys down low, but look up. Yeah, and don't be so paranoid that you start shooting at your own guys. That kind of happens a lot. If you go too crazy, you will get kicked for the team fire. So just watch out for that. That's probably my only complaint. There's times where your guys kind of blend into the enemy, and you're like, oh shit, who's who? So just watch out for that.
Throw the grenade! Move! Push him back! Get ahead!
And watch out for the guys down here. They're mostly going to be grouped up. Oh, see, another horrible ass grenade throw. Thank you, teammate. But they're going to be grouped up mostly towards the left, so you want to try to knock those guys off first. And then you'll see everyone else. Like straight down the middle, there's probably only a handful of guys, but most of the enemy AI is towards that little shack on the left. So kind of focus on clearing that spot out before you go down. And you have some cover fire for your team.
Open fire! Infantry in the open! Get ahead! Get after them! Now! Come on, they're on the run! Keep pushing! Scouts up ahead! Ammo when you're ready, Private! Okay, I see him.
And after you clear out this spot here, you'll get to the cliffside. Just try to stop shooting. You'll notice that the AI stopped shooting there. The guys out there give up, and if you kill an unarmed enemy, it will put you back at the previous checkpoint. I had to start this part over because I was about to do it again like a dum-dum, but I shot one of the guys, and it's like, you can't kill unarmed enemies. And I'm like, well, I didn't know that. So don't shoot the unarmed enemies.
Let's go! Stay low, don't punch up. There's the black gun. We're getting close. They're killing our tanks. Armor needs our support. We're gonna take the AA gun behind that tree line. Germans ahead, go! Good job. Keep up.
Again, this is another one of those parts here where this is probably going to be one of the last times that I remind you that make sure you take some cover, man. On veteran mode, you poke your head out from cover, they will come after you. Like I don't know why. And I kind of hate it, but I love it at the same time. The AI only sees you. They don't ever see the entire team you have. They just see you. So watch your head. Make sure you keep some cover. Now this was one of my favorite parts here to play on this gunner. That was so much fun. I like that they integrated that. Now here, you're going to have these two flyers come in from the right. You want to try to shoot ahead of them and knock them down as soon as possible. To be honest with you, I had to do this one a couple of times because if you give these guys too much screen time, there's the two that come from up top and they take you out almost immediately. You'll hear your teammate say, "Oh, up high," and by the time you focus the gunner up high, you're shot, you're done. So what you want to make sure you knock these planes out of the sky as soon as possible. If you leave any set of those planes up too high for too long, they're going to take you out. So keep your eye on that. Remember, those two coming from the right, knock them down ASAP and immediately start shooting upwards so that you can take down the other two guys that are going to come in.
The holdouts are dug in with packs up ahead. Gotta clean them out.
All right, Pearson, take a fire team through the orchard and find an overwatch position. After you soften up the packs, I'll lead the main assault with Perez.
Yes, sir.
Daniel, Zussman, you're with me. Come on.
Perez says Pack 38s. The hell's that?
German artillery. Tank killers. Didn't you read the briefing?
What are we supposed to do against tank killers?
I was wondering that myself. It's one of ours. P-47.
Damn it. Wish I would have gotten to that flak gun sooner.
Can't blame yourself.
Those are civilians. This is a war crime.
Over here. Shit. We've got a vantage point.
We're fighting Nazis.
Get out your binoculars.
Now, when you get to this part, all you really need to do is shoot those red gas tanks. Obviously, I didn't get that at first. I was looking for heads. I was trying to find people to shoot. But when I went through it again on one of my previous lives, I shot those down and it kind of cleared this area a little bit quicker. But I'm a sucker for pistols and snipers and shotguns, so anytime I get a chance to use those, I really want to, get into that. So obviously here you see me playing with the sniper rifle mostly, rather than just blowing up the gas tanks. So when you play, you got two options: either blow up the gas tanks and clear them out, or work on your gun skills.
Those Pack 38 crews are down. Our tanks are moving up.
Let's mop up the rest of the Krauts in the trenches. I got him.
I need that aid kit! Flying in!
He's down. All clear. Watch out! Friendly tanks coming over the trenches.
Another enemy position just past the hedges. Fall in behind the tanks.
Everyone fall in. Fall in.
Let's put these rhinos to good use.
When you make it to this part, you want to follow the instructions. They're very clear, very simple. Stay behind the tanks. Again, you'll see I didn't even see an enemy, but you poke your head out, and out of all of the teammates that you have, they only see you. So make sure you stay behind the tanks to give yourself some cover. Again, watch where your teammates are shooting, so that way you can see where you need to focus your fire, because they're usually going to be shooting in the direction of whoever's causing the most problem or problems.
Bob in the smoke! Clear! Cease fire! Cease fire! He's pushing! More German!
I made a boo-boo here. The first time I got it right. The second time I went through, I don't know how they both just kind of lined up right in front of my pistol. So I don't think I got the heroic D for this one. But just keep that in mind. You can go for the heroic deeds. It's up to you. Like I said, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish in the game. My thing is mostly just trying to see if I can get through and how fast I can get through, playing on the most difficult level. And you don't have to be a dumbass like me. I'm like an old school Call of Duty player, so I'm always the pistols are like the shit. If you're as old as we are, then you know what I'm talking about. Playing like Halo 1, you play like Hang 'em High or The Longest or something. You play with a shotgun and a pistol, especially on Hang 'em High. You catch those 2 headshots, and it was great. So you'll notice that I pull out my pistol a lot when I probably should have some sort of rifle and something that can do some damage. But I don't know. I love the pistol, so I'm always using a pistol. And I love people who play with pistols and shotguns and explosives.
Daniels, move to one of those barns! Take up a sniping position!
An enemy! Breaking for cover!
And this section is another part where all the enemies they're gonna flood over towards the left. So, try to keep your focus there. They're gonna kind of trickle out from the right, but they pile up over towards the left side. So keep an eye on your left side. And once you clear them out, again, look up. There's gonna be a guy up and to the right with sharpshooter capabilities. So just watch out for that. He's going to be in the upper right window. So you're probably you'll see, as I had to do here, I got too close and then he shot me. So I had to go take some cover. But don't forget when you're playing this game to look up, man. They're, like you see the teammate is shooting up and I wasn't paying attention. And I look up and bam, I'm about to lose at this checkpoint after clearing most of it out. Don't stand in front of that door or you're done. Just like that AI. I went ahead and tried to shoot it out with them, but again, if you look at the gas tanks up top, you could just pop those and that'll clear out those 2 guys hiding behind there. Me, like a dummy, I got to see what my sniper rifle can do. Eventually, I'll blow it up. Oh, there you go. See? Whee!
Sergeant, give me the position.
Check your vision. No enemies. Grab a scoped rifle and take out those guns. Got eyes on 3 packs, Daniels. Aim for the ammo boxes.
And when you get to this part here, this one you probably don't want to screw around too much because they'll pick you off. So you definitely want to immediately go for those the gas tanks, blow up those gas tanks. Because it's, again, one of those things, if you take too long trying to shoot it out with the AI, they're going to pick you off. So watch out for that. You'll see me being a dummy still trying to shoot at people. But immediately go for those gas tanks if you want to clear that out. Again, if you just want to get used to the sniper rifle, then go for it. The reason why I kept trying to go for it with this sniper rifle, because I've tried using this one before in multiplayer, and it just didn't really work out for me. I don't know why. I'm horrible with the bolt action sniper rifles. The automatic, the semi-auto sniper rifles, that might as well be a pistol to me. I'll get you with that. But the bolt action, it's just, I think it's the delay of having to the reload. But I've seen some pretty badass players online with the bolt actions that have just made me feel like a cupcake inside. Like they were just like, damn, dude, how are you that good with the bolt action? So definitely try to get some practice in with that thing. Unless you're already used to it, then you should be able to go in there and clear out without a problem. Again, it's another point where you want to keep cover. There's going to be a lot of fire coming your way. Use that tank as cover. Try to stay behind it or on the side of it once it turns. And just keep your head down. If you don't take cover, they'll get you. And as fun as it is to play this game on veteran, it's so frustrating, and that's how you can really feel the insanity of the developers, where something as small as poking your head out at the wrong time, you have to start all the way over. So just keep that in mind, keep that cover, And don't shoot the guys. Don't shoot any of those guys with their hands up. Don't shoot them, or you'll have to start over again. So don't shoot the unarmed enemies. Even though they should be fucking shot, don't shoot them.
Here! Hey! It's Turner! They're all right!
And one thing, a little side note, one thing that I do love about this game is that it gets you on edge. I definitely wouldn't recommend drinking coffee before you play this game, but it'll help. There's so much gunfire going on that you're ready to shoot at everything moving. So, again, in the normal modes, I think even maybe in Hardened, maybe, you could shoot whatever. And there are no consequences, but in Veteran, you'll be penalized for that. So just be careful about where you're shooting and who you're shooting at.
Already stretched pretty thin.
Then stretch thinner!
Yes, sir.
We can take the Jeep, so we're gonna need armored support.
All right, that's the plan. Perez! Pearson will follow you with the squad.
Can't do it! Just got orders from Collins. We're heading west with the 11th.
God damn it.
Those boys are running out of time.
You're on your own. Take the jeeps and head out. Move!
All right, snap to it! Charlie's up Shit Creek and we're the paddle. Let's go! Let's go!
Hey, which way to Marigny?
Follow this road at the next village over. Big turn coming! Go east! The road splits up ahead!
And once you get to this scene, this one, those little vehicles are so weird to drive. If you can't tell by my horrible ass driving here, obviously I play way too much Mario Kart. But what I found was the easiest way to get through this one and some of the other ones where you have to drive is to don't just hold down the throttle. You want to kind of pulse the throttle a little bit, especially when you're taking turns, so that way you don't spin out, because you will spin out. I saw that too. I was like, oh, that's fucked up. They make you spin out. So be careful about that. Just kind of press on the throttle when you get the turns. Listen to your navigator. If he says veer left, go left. If he says push a little right, pay attention to that. That'll help you get through this quickly. Otherwise, you'll definitely spin out. You'll run into stuff, and you'll have to start over from that checkpoint.
Shit! Suspect! Grab the wheel! I'm getting on the gun! I'm on it! Enemy jeep! Jeep! Get ahead!
This part, once you're actually on the gun, you just want to follow the old school Call of Duty themes. Go after the drivers. And another piece of advice here, I didn't screw up the first time, but I did screw up the second time, which is weird how that happens. The first time you make it through, the second time you're like, ah. But you want to use more like a burst fire so that you don't overheat the gun, because there's so many guys there, and so many targets, you'll overheat the gun in no time, and then you'll get to a point coming up here where there's just guys everywhere, and you really can't afford to not be able to shoot. Like here, I don't know how I didn't die. But you'll see there's guys everywhere. So do more of a burst fire type thing. Don't just hold down the trigger. Again, got lucky, but just burst fire through there, and you'll eventually clear those guys out while Zussman's driving around the circle there.
Perimeter by the road!
Just a few more!
All clear! Rally up!
We gotta stop meeting like this.
Why don't you be going soft on me, Murphy?
Well, thanks for showing up when you did.
Thank Captain Davis. It was his orders. Okay. It's too late to press on. So it looks like you boys got a reprieve.
Excuse me, Sergeant?
Yeah.
Isn't half the crowd army on the other side of those buildings? Shouldn't we find a better place to set up a perimeter?
Sure, Private. Why don't you book us a room at the Ritz?
Sir. He's scared as all.
Why don't you worry about your own problems? Like how that side is gonna hold up tomorrow.
I'm right as rain, Sergeant.
Daniels, why don't you watch him? The only thing more dangerous than the enemy is pride. Rest up, boys. We take Marigny at first light.
And that is Operation Cobra.
Can't believe I'm fighting alongside Zussman again. He's holding up all right, considering we just blasted through miles of hedgerows. You'd think Pearson might go a little easier on him. You'd be wrong.